Victory or death!
Greetings, Starfighter. You have been recruited by the Star League to defend the frontier against Zur and the Kodan Armada. Get ready? Prepare for blastoff.
Victory Enough Starfighters, my name is Carlin Jones, and this is a Starfighter full movie podcast. And today we are watching the 2022 sci-fi action adventure. I would like to think this is like a family type-ish movie. I mean, we'll see. Ryan Reynolds is in it. We are watching the sci-fi adventure The Atom Project. And this is 100% my choice for today's episode. So let's just, I don't even know what there is to discuss about this because one, I kind of looked at the poster and I just saw all the faces that are on this. Does anyone get the impression that this is just like a, hey, there's no Marvel movies out right now, but here's something to kind of, keep you a little bit occupied? Because everyone who is in a Marvel project is like in this per se, except for Jennifer Gardner. I saw Jennifer Gardner's in this, and we'll talk about her career and her acting later on this podcast, which I like Jennifer Gardner. But so let's start it off, right? There's Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is one of the main characters in this, and Ryan Reynolds is an actor that you're either gonna love him or you're gonna hate him. I honestly do like Ryan Reynolds. I initially started watching him like the Van Wilder days, and then I loved him in Wolverine Origins. I thought he was an amazing Wade Wilson, and then here comes the Deadpool movies. Absolutely hated the Deadpool movies. I thought they're so stupid. And then you have Mark Ruffalo, who is Hulk. And then you have, I saw Zoe. Nope, that's not her name. Is that her name? Zoe. Why do I want to say Zoe Deschanel? That's completely not her name. Oh, I forgot her name. But obviously, the woman who plays Gamora is in this. It is an absolute shame that I cannot remember her name. It's literally going to come to me at such a random point. So yeah, and then you have Jennifer Gardner, who technically was in a Marvel movie, not necessarily in the MCU, but she did play Elektra. So this is one of those movies that's like, hey, superheroes are in right now. There's not really much superhero stuff happening at this moment, even though Moon Knight's going to come out in a few days. Let's just give you something to kind of hold your hands together, right? And obviously this is a Netflix film, so Disney has no part of this, but I will not be surprised if there's going to be like some MCU vibes going on here, right? Like jokes every 10 seconds, meaningless attention deficit, like action every 35 seconds, or action scenes every other minute or so. I guarantee you, I'm willing to bet anything that this movie starts off with like an action scene or something like that, just to kind of gauge the audience of the adolescents. So so we'll see. I don't really expect anything much from it, which is why I chose this movie today, because I'm just not interested in watching it. But I'm just interested to see these actors come together to put together a project, to give to the people. So we'll see how it goes. By the way, the budget of this movie is 116 million, which is a waste of fucking time. There's people who can do whatever we're about to see for a lot less. So let's get into it. So Starfighters, if you want to watch this movie along with me, you can watch this on Netflix, because it is a Netflix original. So with that said, we are going to get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Atom Project. Ooh. Wow. I try not to really pay too much attention to like movie studios or distribution studios logos and like their open animations, but that Skydance was actually pretty cool. This one's pretty cool too. 21 laps entertainment. Wow. I feel like with these openings, there's either good ones or really bad ones. There's some really bad ones out there, and in all honesty, the ones that we grew up with, they're honestly not the best, but they're just so iconic because they led to such classic movies. Um, for an example, I think my favorite opening, and it's like really nothing, but I remember just watching so many good movies from it. It was like the Pegasus horse, and it's like kind of like running a head start. So I don't know. Um, Please tell me what your favorite is. I told you the movie was going to start off with something action related. Mm. This is where the budget's going to. All this CGI stuff. And I was thinking about watching this movie with my friend Noor, who's done so many of my podcast episodes. I don't. I'm pretty sure she told me the reason, but I want to know why she loves MCU so much. Because these movies are so formulaic, and even though this isn't an MCU movie, a lot of movies try to copy that, and it's so funny. It's like let the MCU just do its own thing, right? Because they have their own problems with trying to make their content uh, individuals from each other. So yeah, it's so funny. Hollywood is just one big copycat. Wow. Look at her eyebrows. Holy shit. Whoa, they're like caterpillars. Do you even hear yourself? Okay, we got some bullying going on here. And obviously, I'm going to be very cautious when I say this. Normally, I tend to laugh whenever there's bullying on movies and TV shows like that because obviously bullying is nothing to be funny, right? It's a very serious psychological thing that happens to an individual on both sides. Uh, but I feel like movies and TV shows are so overly dramatic with it to the point where it's just hilarious. That's true. I don't like his voice. He's about to be annoying. That's how you that's how you end bullying, bro. Just stand up to them, fight them. You don't have to leave work. He had it. He had the situation handled technically. Permanent record. Does that even exist? Well, where did that dog come from? You have a nice house. I kind of don't like this kid. He's kind of like I feel like they hired this kid to be like, hey, act like Ryan Reynolds. He is your motivation. His dialogue's kind of whatever. No video games. What? You're not even here. What does it matter? Yeah, I'm starting to see where the budget went to. This stuff is actually really expensive. Chill, Lassie, chill. I don't know. For some reason, that's just scary to me. Like having a house that's like your backyard is just the woods. It's just the ever going woods. There's just no end to it. Yeah, that's a no. A fire? How is a forest fire not happening right now? Oh, that would have been horrible. Dude, the forest fires that happened in 2020, I mean, there's still some going on last year too, but uh, yeah, that was crazy. And they're going to get worse. The way the environment is going. It's an interesting location. Hmm. So obviously, like his, I'm getting the sense like his father passed away, whatever, because I'm trying to assess this film. So I wonder if this was the home he was in with his dad was around, or if this is like a new home. It has to be old home. Look at the shed. This is so cringe. This is it's like two actors trying to out Ryan Reynolds themselves. So is anyone getting the impression that that's him from the future? Are we getting kind of like a Peter Quill type thing here? So my question is, obviously that's going to be him from the future. I can get that, right? And I understand like he knows his house like it's nothing, whatever. My question is, from what we saw him in the future, the technology that was going on with like warp travel, traveling in space at such high speeds, and the weapons system, all that stuff. How much of an advancement did technology leap through what we see right here until how old he is now? Because he's probably like, this kid is probably like what, 13, 14? I'm gonna say he's like 13. And let's see how old Ryan Reynolds is. Because if they don't tell us his age, then I'm whatever the actor's age is. That's normally what I go for. Ryan Reynolds is 45. So 30-ish years. Technology is about to have this huge gap of improvements. That's pretty funny. 2010. Oh, so he's 12, 11 or 12. Hmm. I'm getting like a Peter Quill, Star Lord slash Nova vibes from this. Yeah, and I like Nova. Nova's so cool. Wait a second. If he's so freakishly small, how did he grow up to be you? Ryan Reynolds isn't a small dude. Why would he risk going to the home of where he is as a kid? You know what this does to the future? Time jets. Okay. This is such a weird movie. No, there's more of the budget. It's so crazy how a movie would spend so much money on these special effects and stuff like that, and it looks awesome. Like it looks cool, but you kind of wonder if it's needed, right? Because the more stuff you put on that, the less the film will age well. You had every intention. You came into the shed. And even if you didn't have intention, you shouldn't have told him that you're him. No, it didn't happen. How long is this movie? Holy shit. Hmm? Duh. Am I the only one that's not like a fan of this Ryan Reynolds comedy? Like I used to be. I thought he was great as Wade Wilson, but then I don't know. It just doesn't hit. Oh, here's this girl, Gamora. Why do I feel like her name is Zaya? Zaya something. I don't know. I missed the opening credits. Uh, all right. It's so awkward seeing this child actor perform. It's as if they're telling him like your motivation. Watch every single Ryan Reynolds movie known to man. That is your motivation. You must act like him. Yeah, it should be online, lady. Grab a pile. What? You want me to help? I won't. Like, how did if you like the mom is like thinking like, how did she raise such a? That's the dad, Mark Ruffalo. That's hilarious. I'm pretty sure the mom's thinking like, how did I raise such an asshole? Like, how did when did that gap happen to where my son was like an innocent, nice kid, and now he's just this smart ass? This little cabin is like super nice. Well, he has nothing to know about the universe, so nothing he knows hasn't been truly thrown out the window. I'll say we're starting to get sick to our stomachs. Us as the audience. Hyundai. Hyundai, Hyundai, however you want to pronounce it. I wonder how much has changed in the future. It can't be that much, especially if he's wearing some jumpsuit that looks like a regular jumpsuit. Where did you come from? I'm gonna let a dude who looked like this kick your ass. Whatever. If he doesn't want to fight, why is he doing this? Well, that completely backfired. He just got his ass kicked again. He is just as skinny as him, only he's just a little bit taller. You really want to teach him how to fight? Just get him in some MMA classes, self-defense. That's Gamora. Oh, she did. She died too. Where do they live? Must be a small town. Hey, is this the first black person we see in the movie? Bartender? Interesting. I want to say they live in Oregon. With the greenery that's happening around that I keep seeing. I want to say Oregon. Or somewhere out west. Northwest. Why does he consist of talking to people that can literally change time in itself? I can't even imagine trying to talk to myself in the past. I would stay clear. We're gonna get like this weird Back to the Future thing, which is why I really don't like the Back to the Future movie, where we get like this weird thing where the mom comes on to the son. It's disgusting. Weird. Stop talking to her. It's so weird how all these actors are in here. I feel like Jennifer Gardner has better stuff to do. Like I think her time is a little bit better. Like she should. Her time is more. What am I trying to say? Her time is more valuable than to do this film. I feel like they should have got someone else. How much you want to bet these guys can't aim worth shit? Is that really his house still? This is a beautiful home. Very cozy. I like it. I just don't like that it's like access to a forest. That means you're gonna get a whole bunch of crazy bugs and spiders all up in your house and stuff like that. I don't like that. No. Give me the same design, only like just in the suburbs. Which I mean, they're in the suburbs per se, but I just don't want it to have access to a forest. Besides, forest fires are crazy. I don't want to deal with that. You just punched somebody with a helmet on. These guys are so incompetent. Why'd you even bring them? The technology is crazy. The fact that that plane is so big and is not making a sound is absolutely insane. That's like Moon Knight's jet or helicopter kind of thing. Is that who I think it is? And the actress is Kate something. No, wait, that's not her. No. You sound like you're lying, lady. The hell is that? Is that Gomorrah? It's Gomorrah. Oh, doggy, get out of there. I think this will be a little bit more of a reveal if we actually get to see her die, and then they just don't just tell us. This is weird. It's kind of whatever, if you ask me. I can't believe they spent 116 million on this. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Explosions. Pew. Forget what they say on CinemaSins when they just see nothing but just random explosions, like explosions. Ooh, Why do I want to call her Zoe Deschanel? I know that's the white girl from like 500 Days of Summer. What is her name? Gamora. Zoe Saldana. I knew it was a Zoe. I knew it. Easy mistake. Okay. Clearly they don't look the same, but when you just watch so many movies, you research so many actors, it's just, you can't remember it all. It's just information overload after so many years. All right. I'm surprised they're driving through this forest, but it's whatever. Huh. Interesting. Wow. All that was like I got done working on a set where it was like all green screen. We just had to like well, I was an electric. All the grips really had to move the green screen and bitch about that all day. But for a scene like that, just imagine it's just all green screen, and these actors just have to pretend what's in front of them. Like I'm sure they've been told, "Hey, you're in a forest. You're driving away from these bad guys." I'm sure each actor had a different view of what was actually going on through their minds, and I think that's really cool. I'm going to talk about this. I need to talk about this with Nor. We need to talk about Ryan Reynolds' comedy. I don't remember it not being, and maybe this is just me, right? I don't remember him being this like so not funny. I don't remember this. Like Van Wilder, I thought he was hilarious. Maybe it's just the Deadpool stuff. Like unless you're in the costume, we don't want to hear these jokes. Oh shit, I've been missing information they've been speaking. I think you're being overly dramatic with that. But here's the thing with time travel: just go more back in the past and fix it. Since you landed here, I assume you landed here on accident, right? This is a weird couple duo. Never would I thought Ryan Reynolds and Zoe Saldana would be a couple in a movie. Never in my life. Wait, should you? Wait, don't. Okay, this is okay. Zoe Saldana. I do believe Zoe Saldana is one of those generational talents. Like she can literally play any freaking role. And I'm not saying it's not going to be like the greatest thing you've ever seen. It's not going to even be the best thing you've ever seen, but it is going to be pretty freaking good. Imagine that. Any this woman can play any freaking role that you can imagine. A lot of actors can't do that. I would say 90% of actors who ever existed cannot do that. I honestly believe she can play like a man role. Like she can be a dude if they just dress her up appropriately, and it would be good. Yeah, that's kind of the risk, bro. You're lucky you didn't see, well, not cease to been born, or something didn't happen to you when you met your child self. You're very lucky that didn't happen. Just imagine that. And then he looks nothing like him as a kid. Yeah, no shit. I would assume it wouldn't be that hard to find you with the technology they have. Which, by the way, I love sci-fi movies, so I want them to just talk about the freaking technology they have and how it works. Well, wait, what would it matter if you're going to the past if she dies or not? Wait, I know I'm not crazy by thinking that, right? If everything goes successful, it wouldn't matter if she died or not because you two wouldn't have met. Am I right? So it doesn't matter if she dies. Yeah, this has no tension. It's fine. I'm sure maybe it puts up more pressure to be like, oh my god, we have to succeed in this mission now, which I'm sure they will. It's a movie, right? But still, are those like Earth weapons? Like our Earth weapons? My goodness. Oh, she's gonna kamikaze herself. Oh, I thought. Oh yeah. Yeah, he has to come with the little kid has to come with you now because really all they have to do they should stop looking for you in all honesty because now we're talking about this whole time travel thing, right? They should stop looking for you and just start going for the little kid. Just kill the little kid and then he ceases to exist. So now you have to take him. You know what? This movie would have made a lot more sense in the beginning if he had to, or maybe I'm missing something because it makes sense now that he had to meet his younger self because the other people would have came here and killed him. Show us this. Don't just tell us. I think this would have been a little decent little movie if they would have just shown and not tell. It's okay to make sequels. You know, it's okay to have movies showing things and showing character development. Maybe this is just me. I mean, listeners tell me to shut the fuck up. But am I the only person that would rather watch a movie about a kid handling his father's death, see him going through stages of him losing his scholarship, losing his connection with his mother, and then him joining the Air Force trying to find a sensibility of who he is as a human being and then lead up to him doing future technology type shit and time traveling? Doesn't that sound freaking cool? That sounds like an awesome coming of age movie rather than just I feel like this hints that, but it's just mostly just shit blowing up and then really bad jokes. And then this guy. How is he so hard to kill? Oh, it's not Ryan Reynolds. Oh wait, shouldn't he have a seatbelt? I wonder if it hurts being vaporized like that. You know, like what the other henchmen were kind of going through. This doesn't have any weight because if everything goes fine, she'll be alive. She's such a good actress, though. I love her in Drumline. I reviewed that for my YouTube channel. Oh, show us. You got to show her vaporizing. Come on. I know this is like a kids movie or whatever. This is at least PG-13, so they can at least show her getting vaporized. Just drop back, kid. It's gonna be fine. Isn't that like what Isn't that I'm thinking of like The Force Awakens. Didn't Ray do that? That was pretty cool when she did it. Because like if the Falcon flipped itself and she was able to shoot, or what's his face Finn was able to shoot the starfighters or whatever they're called, TIE fighters. Wait a second. Wait. If he has to come back to this timeline though. But if he doesn't come back to that timeline, then I don't know how Ryan Reynolds' character, his future self, would exist in that form. You know what I mean? See, this is why movies with time travel is just so touchy because it just literally it's an endless conversation of just thoughts. This is pretty cool though. This reminds me of those arcade games, like Dave and Buster's, like Flight Control. All right, so what year did they go to now? 2018. So I don't understand why the bad people just won't time travel to when he was born to just stop that whole thing and just kill him, right? But I'm sure they didn't know early in the movie that that was the little kid was like his younger self. Because if that was the case, they probably would have just tried to shoot him. I don't know. I feel like you can tell him now that you broke all the rules for time traveling. I feel like you can because you talk to yourself, which is a huge no-no, right? And then you talk to your own mother. What? What? I feel like you shouldn't be talking to him then, because it wouldn't even matter. The fact that you talked to him can change so many parallel existences. You know what I mean? Like it could just change everything. So at that point, yeah, freaking just tell him to don't drive the car that day. Why not? We already changed everything else. This is weird. Imagine this happening to you. This is a condom with buttons. It's not even funny. Please. Yeah, we don't care. You have to let things happen. Let things take its course. You know, it's like internals. It's like they stopped that celestial from being made. Like, oh, they're gonna kill the Earth. Yeah, it has to happen. This is kind of how the universe works. Who wrote this? Don't tell. See, if I was him, I'm like, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Wait, the girl from your class? I feel like this should be a TV series. I feel like this would be really good as a TV series because it really, really does need to flesh all this stuff out rather than just being so compact together. And with it being compact together, the only thing that it's truly trying to focus on is really dumb jokes. That's true. That's true too. He is being a father. What are you talking about? But if he does that, that would change the future. He can't be that kind of father now. I've always told myself if I was able to time travel like once, what would I go? What would I do? It would literally define my phone that I lost minutes ago that I cannot find. That's usually the only time I would ever do that because it shouldn't be that much of a catastrophic event that would change the entire world. I feel like this is a cool story, like like a cool idea that was just mm, written by the wrong person. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Sorian. That's a really cool looking building. Oh, that is her. I knew that was her. That's the actress who I was talking about. Her name is Kate something. She was in a movie called An American Crime that I absolutely love with Elliot Page. She's done so many other great movies, but that's her most notable work for me. They're really doing this face CGI thing. She looks so different though. Maybe it's the red hair. Legacy. See, I just want this to be a TV show so we can get more episodes about this antagonist. I feel like we know nothing, like not too much about her, right? Like we need motive to why she's trying to do this, not just that she's just doing it. See, now I just caught myself daydreaming about what if I would have time traveled back in middle school. Oh, what years? What years those were. You know what I would love to do? I would love to time travel back to middle school and go on MTV.com and watch music videos. Oh, I remember having so much fun doing that. Travel out. And, that shouldn't change the future too much. How do you not remember that? I think the biggest problem is this guy has memory loss. It's like, how does he not remember that? How did you? How on earth would you call your dad an asshole when he absolutely did his best for you and you just don't remember that he did? Pine Ridge Motel. What are you doing? Don't just throw it away. I don't understand how anyone can't make eggs or bacon. You see, now everything's changing. Ugh. I don't understand why they had to come to 2018 to confront their father about the time machine, right? I don't understand why this is even happening. Just let it happen. Whatever the future has installed, let it happen. It's supposed to happen. This is just like white people trying to control history. That's the moral of this movie. That's exactly what this movie is trying to tell you. White people trying to control or erase history per usual. That's it. That's the dilemma about this movie. I don't understand why Jennifer Gardner's in this movie. Jennifer Gardner, we love you. Do something else. Mark Ruffalo, you're a good actor too, but I don't understand why you're in this either. Ryan Reynolds, I feel like this is up his alley. Zoe Saldana, yeah, you're better than this. They really couldn't find another cast for this. I feel like this movie actually would have been better with a different cast. Because this is giving too much. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what they wanted when they hired these people. They wanted to give some MCU vibes, comic book vibes, Deadpool vibes, all that stuff. Um, I think just seeing a fresh new face of actors and stuff like that, I really felt like I could have added something to this. I don't understand why you just wouldn't go kill the lady. Blow it up. Wouldn't they just be able to remake it again? They should have been shot his ass. Shot him. The movie ends. You know, it's kind of crazy to think about it. I've seen a lot of kid actors on set, and it's actually one of the toughest things in the world to be like a kid actor, or for a kid to remember those lines and to act in such a way. It's so it's so it's a difficult thing, and it's a very rare thing to find a like a really good kid actor. So this kid, he's not bad, but he's just annoying. And I think from how he's acting, that's exactly what they want, because it's supposed to be like a Ryan Reynolds in a sense. How are you alive? Oh wait, whoa! What if that was a car accident that killed him? That would have been crazy. Boo! You should have told him it was just a bad idea. I wonder why she was casted to be this antagonist. I feel like they could have got someone else as well. Hmm. You know what I mean? It's not that she's a bad actress. I really do like her acting in a lot of other movies. It's just I don't know. They could have just got someone else. There's so many actors out there in the world. Why do we have to keep seeing the same fucking ones? Right? Like how many times do we want to watch Ryan Reynolds play this freaking character? Same thing with Mark Ruffalo. Zoe Saldana, we can watch her all day playing whatever character. Honestly, uh, who else? I guess that's it. It's mostly these two characters I don't want to watch, and then I guess this antagonist. I just feel like, well, all these characters. I just feel like they could have been recasted. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. This is it, man. I feel like they could have just shot the kid and this would end. Or kill the dad. Yeah. Well, no. Because the kid was already born, right? So just kill the little kid. But now they're in a different timeline. So I think if they killed an 11-year-old kid, nothing would happen. Well, maybe he would just exist, but the other little kid in this 2018 would still be out, still be alive, because he's younger. Why even risk that though? There's no way this type of technology existed in 2018. Both Mayas? I don't understand why they decided to do a CGI face for her though. Just get a different actress that's just not old. There's only one CGI face that I've seen, and it worked extremely well, and that was Star Wars Rogue One when they did Princess Leia at the very end. Like, holy crap! I thought that was her. Like, yeah, obviously it was her, but it was like, holy crap! Like that was something crazy. I think it was actually her daughter. Um, what's her name's daughter who played it, and then they obviously just face scanned her. Why don't you just shoot him? Just shoot him. Just shoot the kid. It ends. It will end. Yeah, so just shoot him. Oh my god. I can't believe that fucking worked. Oh my god. Well, I think that was a lot worse. Yeah, please. Wait, why did he grab the kid? This guy is a henchman, man. I don't understand. And is anyone else getting like Guardians of the Galaxy vibes too? Because with the soundtrack, it's like it's trying to be that. Is that thing like plastic? Very curious what people think about this movie. I still don't understand why he's not making his way towards the kid. Just snap his neck and everything will end. Whatever. It's a movie, right? It's a movie. I'm very interested to see what people think about this movie and what they rated it. I feel like I don't know. I feel like you have to be into the MCU and all these Deadpool movies and Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff to appreciate, or not necessarily to appreciate this movie, but to kind of just get a good feel for it, you know, of what it's trying to be. It's spread out a little. She looks so weird with the CGI face. What are you gonna shoot them for? It's over. Oh yeah, kill her and it's over. They should have killed her. I feel like everyone should have just killed their younger selves. My Jesus Christ, lady. This woman kills on convenience. Yeah, she's a true villain. She kills for convenience. And she's a psychopath. Uh, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That completely backfired on you. Yeah, clearly. But why was she standing right there? Sure. That was like, wait a second. But if she's dead, oh, I feel like you just ruined it even more now that she's dead. Weird. Yeah, I'm gonna look this up. Um, I feel like, well, we can go on Rotten Tomatoes. I feel like Metacritic is always the best place to look up reviews. You get a more honest review. Metacritic. Okay. Kind of like a mediocre score. We'll talk about it once the movie ends. That's true. But I don't understand. Now that the antagonist is dead and her work is never there, then shouldn't he not be here anymore? You see how this whole time travel in movies is just like a bad idea to talk about? I feel like this movie definitely has heart. Like it has something there that can be really good. But I think it got too out of control and just trying to be what movies are today, or trying to just copy and paste what popular movies are today, which are the MCU movies, which it really didn't need that. This could have been its own little fun thing. This could have been its own little hidden gem if it was just an individual of a film. Some movie review says this movie copies every 1980s science fiction flick you have ever seen. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it kind of does. Now that I think about it, that's funny. I feel like the story is good, but the script is horrible. And by story, I just mean plot. The plot is good. Script is bad. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, everything that intertwines with it is just not good. You should not be playing ball right now. This is so bad. Just leave. Go to your present self. We better not see a freaking sequel to this. This is so weird. He looks nothing like Ryan Reynolds. That little kid, like he's like a full-on blonde. Unless Ryan Reynolds like dyed his hair or something. I don't know. And also, this movie. Oh, what dog is that? Wait, what dog is that? Why is there a different dog? Did the future change? Oh wait, that's the same dog. How did it change color? I don't know a lot about dogs, so I don't know. This movie's also too long. This is an hour and 40-minute movie. I mean, technically it's like an hour and 45, but hour and 40 until the credits roll. This should be, at the minimum be a an hour and 28-minute movie. No, I don't want this heartwarming stuff. This is changing the future. No, go back to ignoring each other and going through a death. No. Dude, class would be so fun if this was like science class. Oh, dude, this would be so cool. Look at this guy in his turtleneck. Holy shit. Oh, no, get out of here. Stop it. Boo. Not everything needs to have a happy ending. They're trying to tie up they're trying to tie up all the loose ends. I didn't even like this couple. I don't well listen, Zoe Saldana is such a great actress. I think she can force a connection. She can force a chemistry with anybody, right? But I don't know. I don't really I don't see them as a couple really. I don't buy it. It's funny. I say jokes all the time to women. They never laugh at me. They never laugh with me. Fueled by a strong script. Go fuck yourself. I feel like no one knows about screenwriting, right? Just anything if they think this is a strong script. I think this review says it best. And they give this like I think like a 60 or something, or like a 50, 55 or whatever. They said this movie is just admirable. Everything about it, admirable. Nice effort, this, that, and the third, just admirable. And I can agree with that. Because there is something special. This film does have something. Unfortunately, it just never. I feel like it's just. This film is a teenager just trying to fit in with everybody, and it's not being itself. And this soundtrack is horrible. Like, what is this soundtrack? Just hire a composer to make something. Yeah, this soundtrack is horrible. That really took me out of the movie at the final stage. All right, that's the movie. Scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this like a 4. Uh, the time travel didn't make any sense. In my honestly, I think this movie wasn't casted very well. Um, but hey, let's not talk about anything negative for a second. Let's talk about my appreciation for the film because that's that's the basis. That's what this podcast is all about. Um, One thing I can appreciate is one, obviously this being a sci-fi movie. I love the talks of time travel. I love the talks of space, galaxy, universe, everything, anything science. I love it. Absolutely love it. Um, Although I did think the time travel in this movie was beyond stupid, I love the conversations that can be had from it, even if it's bad or good. The conversations that can be had from it, like what works, what doesn't work, absolutely love that. Another thing I can appreciate from this movie, I mean, it's shot well. I think the green screen was done very well. I think the CGI. I mean, $116 million of the budget. We can. Catherine Keener. Yeah, her name is doesn't start with a K. Catherine Keener. That's definitely an actress. Anyway, I do think the CGI portions of it is I do think it looks good. I think it looks pretty cool. Like all the fights and stuff like that, and the lasers. I think it honestly looks really cool. In 2022 is so up to date with technology. It looks cool. It looks great. Problem is, literally half a year from now, it's gonna look like shit from how technology is evolving. So that's why I'm always kind of like, nah. The best sci-fi's, in my opinion, are the ones that don't really do any special effects, and it's just the story and how the characters are reacting to everything that forces you to believe that there is something abnormal or paranormal happening. What else is that I liked about this movie? I don't know. I mean I love Zoe Saldana. I do love her. I love her in movies. She's so good. Yeah. Other than that, I think that's all I can appreciate from this film. The script is not good. The script really feels like it was made by a 13-year-old, or at least somebody who thinks like a 13-year-old and knows that 13-year-olds would love this movie. Oh, look at gaffer, key grip, rigging electrics. How cool. Jessica. Ooh, how cool. Female grip. I always love seeing female grips out there. Film is such a male dominated industry, and it's like, ugh. There needs to be more women in film, and just even just more women filmmakers in general. Um, I don't mean to go on a tangent. Oh, I will go on a tangent with that, but to stay focused, the Adam Project. Yeah, admirable. I feel like this movie does have something there. Like I think it could have really told a really good story that has to deal with grief and how to handle grief, and also talk about how sometimes it's the littlest things of how people can affect you, whether it's while they're living or when they're dead, that can affect your entire life, and how things can pan out for you. But no matter what happens, if it's good or bad, it's supposed to happen, and it forces you to be the person that you are right now. I feel like that's the message that this movie was trying to be, but unfortunately, with it trying to also be like every other superhero comic book movie that's out now, it just couldn't be that. It just had to say jokes every 10 seconds. It had to, or every 10 minutes. It had to. I don't know. It's hard to take this movie serious. Honestly, it's I don't know. It's fighting against itself. Maybe that's what I'm just trying to say. Um, but yeah, I mean, I wish the actors were different. I think that would have put the movie a little bit higher, on a little bit of a higher caliber. Just new actors, different actors. Oh, excuse me. Because who cares? Who cares for Ryan Reynolds playing the same role that we see him do in every other film, right? I mean, if you like Ryan Reynolds doing that, that's cool. That's awesome that if you like it. But I just want to see someone else do something different. I just want to see something different. Same thing with Mark Ruffalo and Jennifer Garner and all these other actors. Let's just get some new people in there, because face it, these actors didn't make the movie, right? They didn't changed the landscape of the movie. Ryan Reynolds didn't make me feel any sympathy for the characters with his acting abilities. Not at all. If anything, it made me cringe that he keeps saying jokes, and it's the same jokes that we've been hearing since the dawn of time of his career. So yeah, I think if anything, I mean, obviously with a new script, that definitely would have helped, and not being like every other movie that's out now, that definitely would have helped. But having new actors in this film and trusting the actors to perform how they feel the characters should be, I think this movie really could have been something special. And I think that's probably one of the biggest misses on Netflix's on catalog. You know, they're always just trying to be something. They're always trying to be something else than what they are, and unfortunately, they just have so many people that they try to get to do their other stuff, and they don't oversee everything. You know what the best way I can explain how Netflix does all this stuff? It's like Marvel comic books and DC comic books. When you have Marvel in the DC universe, they're so enormous and they have so many heroes, so many storylines. They don't just have 10 to 20 writers writing the same characters. They have hundreds, sometimes thousands of different writers writing these same characters and these same comic book storylines. And a lot, majority of the time, these writers, they don't communicate with each other about what should happen and what shouldn't happen. And, oh, did you write this? Did you meant it to be like this? Because I'll just continue it. They're like, no, they do their own thing, and they do what they believe that these characters should be. And I think that mindset on its own hindered this movie. And that's the mindset that Netflix has. And it's the reason why you see what a lot of Netflix projects are just so different from each other, and they're not really cohesive. And it's usually hit or miss. It's mostly miss, but sometimes they'll hit with creative series like Stranger Things and Cobra Kai and all that other stuff. But unfortunately, you just have so many different collaborative people trying to make something that, hey, they just made something for you, but I don't think this is what your streaming service should allow. You know what I mean? It's like trying to find, like, it's like listening to a Kendrick Lamar album, and a song is like a country pop song or whatever, right? It's like, I'm sure this is probably good for other people, but I don't think it should be on your album. It's just not you. Like, it just shouldn't be what you're about. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but that's basically what I felt about it. So, Starfighters, that was the podcast. Let me know in the comments below if you're watching this on YouTube or if you are listening to this on Spotify. Let me know what you thought of the episode. What did you think of the Adam Project, the movie as a whole? And leave a review, and I will see you on the next one. But until then, victory or death, Starfighters.
Victory or death!